You're watching our news. Open 24 hours, only on Time Warner Communications.
A massive fire wipes out the livelihoods of dozens in Hilton. Hello everyone, I'm Gary Chapey. The fire at the Craft Co-op broke out early Saturday morning. The building and its valuable contents reduced to smoldering rubble. Wanda Miller and our news photojournalist Scott Barstow begin our coverage by taking us back to firefighter efforts to save the historic structure.
This disaster is not just a loss to the co-op people and the vendors and the owners. It's a big loss to the community.
The magnitude of the fire was overwhelming, evident by the intense flames that tore through the Craft Antique Co-op on Canning Street. Fire crews were alerted shortly after 1 a.m. By the time they arrived, everything in the fire's path had been destroyed. Lost were the livelihoods of some 140 different dealers.
The alarm came into my house at 1 o'clock, and I was still up and dressed, so I came right down. And when I got here, the firemen were here from the Hilton Fire Department, and the building was coming up. A lot of smoke from the front entrance and a lot of smoke coming up out of the back of the building.
Besides Crafts, the building, which dates back to the 1940s, housed other retail businesses. Led by the Hilton Fire Department, 9 fire companies battled the fire for 3 hours before bringing it under control. No one was injured.
Well, because of the magnitude of the fire, they really couldn't go inside the building. I said because of the fire load. So it was a defensive fire, outside fire. So the firefighters were fighting it from outside the building. And when we saw all the cars at the Hilton Fire Department, we realized it's got to be bad. And when we got here, we saw flames shooting up through the roof on the south side of the southwest side of the building. But fire can wipe you out in a matter of minutes, like this one right here has. A lot of people have a big loss. A lot of people, they don't have any insurance. There's a lot of work went into this.
Wanda Miller, our news.
The Craft Antique Co-op was one of those places that brought neighbors together. As Seth Voorhees and photojournalist Todd Krupa found out, the fire leaves a big void in Hilton.
Things like this happen with these older buildings. Nothing you can do about it. It's devastating.
Not even a driving rain could keep people away.
You can talk to some of the vendors around here. I mean, they can't hold themselves together.
I don't think I could be any number than I am. Look at all our stuff.
Arlene Van Hall was one of the co-op's tenants.
I had everything. I had antique jewelry, everything.
Now a backhoe tears into what's left.
That was sitting in my booth. That was a hard thing to see.
Still, Arlene is hopeful.
There was 140 of us here, and I don't think there's anything left. But we'll start again. We'll start again, won't we?
At least one co-op neighbor is counting his blessings.
I'm happy for myself, but I'm sad for everybody else.
Ed Hapler owns the pizza shop right next door.
There's no water, there's no smoke, there's no damage at all.
For that, he's grateful to firefighters.
I've talked to about 10 or 12 of them, and I just thank them so much for their work, and I wish I could make them pizza right now.
From the co-op, there's not much left. Firefighters saved a sign, and just a few antiques were salvaged. Vendors feel as though their family is now homeless.
A lot of people used to come from all over the place, shop in this building, and now it's gone.
Seth Voorhees,
It's a shame.
our news. The devastation of the co-op fire reminds us of another massive blaze 35 years ago on Hilton's Main Street. That's when fire destroyed nearly half of downtown Hilton along the one-block Main Street area. It took several years for the town to rebuild its post office and bank. Some of the smaller businesses never reopened. Just hours after the devastating fire, supporters and friends started organizing fundraisers to help vendors recoup their losses. The first will be this Friday, April 14th, a karaoke sing-along and dance from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. at the Barnard Exempt in Greece. Plans are also in the works for an auction to be held May 27th at the Hilton Exempt Club. If you're interested